Bubble boy.
Yeah.
Bubble boy. It's incorrect. Has to take steroids.
If there's one set of fans I would not with, it's the Bills.
Children, please, you got a whole life.
Yeah.
Let's buckle up here.
All I want for Christmas is for LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby.
Yo.
For science. Basketball.
She must have been on suicide watch when she saw Gronk dent that. We're all going to die.
Smash that like button or I'm going to get kicked out of the house. I can't pay rent.
Ready to go? Is this Jean?
Is she still alive? Like, I feel like she was not talked about a lot this March Madness. So
Probably because they fucking ran that train into the ground. Everyone was probably like, all right, we get it. She was around before Loyola.
We didn't think she'd still be around this many years later.
Yeah, we were hyping her up, and then she just stuck around like a fungus.
It's like a Make-A-Wish kid, but then they end up sticking around and they're like, could have gone to someone else.
Yeah, no, like for real. It's like, listen, we need the casket. Like, it's your turn to pay up. Welcome back to Sports on Tap.
Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Lady, with my co-host, Ryan P.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, it's just me and Ryan today. Cal's working one of his many jobs. Welcome to that life. NBA Finals is set, which I'd like to say I called at the beginning of the postseason.
Kudos.
Celtics, Warriors. Very excited about that. One reason, Boston fan. Clearly, two, I called it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's just go with our initial takes. Who do you think is going to win?
Celtics. And you'll call it a bias, sure, go on, but I genuinely like this matchup. It's something, there's a stat, I believe, on the road versus the Warriors. Tatum's 4-0, Jaylen Brown's 5-1, Marcus Smart's 5-1. And they've been a dominant road team on this postseason trip.
Which is weird because usually it's the opposite,
right,
for the champions. What my take is for game one, though, and I'm going to go into reasons why. I agree with you. I think the Celtics are going to win. Probably a little biased because we are Boston fans. But game one, I think they lose by 20.
I do, too.
And the only reason we were talking about this before the show is the chance to win NBA Finals, the ESPN Basketball Power Index, which I'm not even sure what they use to genuinely figure this out, whatever stats they're using.
Right.
But the Celtics have an 86 to 14% chance. So it's like they have 86% chance to win, and the Warriors have 14. First off, that makes literally no sense to me. I feel like that's just disrespectful to the Warriors and 100%. Who they are and what they've done this year alone. Not even looking at the past, this year.
Yeah.
Like, these guys have been here. They Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. Iguodala is coming back. He's kind of like their Al Horford. Not that he's amazing, but he's been here. He knows what to do.
The vet, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're all vets, actually, that we think about it.
But they've all been there. They know what to do. So I think that's just pretty disrespectful to the Warriors.
Like, wildly. Also, like you kind of said it. Where did they? What's that percentage based off of?
Age.
What?
Exactly like that. And then I don't. That's clearly a joke. I have no idea.
No, I get it, but like what?
If it was like 55 and 45,
that's
okay,
better,
that's
better.
Realistic. I get that. Even if it was vice versa, but to my point of that, to the 84% chance winning, I think the Celtics are going to look at that, and they're clearly going to catch wind of it, and they're just going to be like, oh, we're supposed to win, okay.
All of those guys are online.
And then they're not. I feel like they're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to have to show up. When it's like, no, you can't just show up. This is like the Golden State Warriors. They are the guys. They've done it. They've been to, 6 finals in 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
They're a dynasty for a reason.
They're literally a dynasty looking to continue the dynasty. And we even said it the years they were hurt. It's like their dynasty run isn't over. It's just once they're healthy again, they'll be back here, and here they are.
Here they are, yeah.
But I see Golden State just killing it game one, absolutely dominating because of that stat. And then it's going to put the Celtics back against their walls. And they're going to be like, oh, well, now we gotta be the underdogs again. Where it's like, no, can you just be the good team?
I hope that doesn't happen, where they have to get hit in the mouth in order to wake up and play again. Because outside of the Brooklyn series, that happened in the Milwaukee series and the Miami series, where you felt it, where they were just like, oh, all right, we can just sleepwalk into this W, and then they get punched right in the throat. It happened Game 5 versus Milwaukee. They thought they were going to win at home, and then I don't know, was it Game 5? No, no.
Yeah, no, game five. Because then they went down 2-3 and they had to win back-to-back games.
No, okay, so it was Game 5 at home.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they had to win back-to-back games. For a fact, they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna sleepwalk into this W," and then they get punched, and now they're, "Oh, wait, okay, series isn't over." Then they played Miami series. Same thing happened.
You don't even have to go the whole Miami series. Just look at the last 10 minutes of the game, of Game 7. They were up by 19 or 15 or something at one point, and you could see them just be like, "Okay, we won," when it's like, there's still so much basketball left. And then it came down to what they won by 4 points.
They were up 13 with like 3.5 left.
And then all of a sudden, it's come down to Jimmy Butler shooting a 3. It's just like, so how did we get here? Like, you guys need to just you need to step on the throats. They need to finish games, and I'm hoping that they realize that after these last 2 series, because it's like, why are you not finishing games when you should be winning them?
Well, I want to actually touch upon that Game 7 versus Miami. Welcome to the Marcus Smart experience. I love him to death now, but old Marcus made an appearance.
In the end, when he was just...
He took our last 5 shots.
Yeah.
Missed all of them. But hit the 2 clutchest free throws of the season. Again, welcome to the Marcus Smart experience.
Walked away with a dub, so can you be mad?
Kinda. Because it's like they ran the same defensive trap almost 5 times in a row, where they doubled Tatum, where it was Marcus's guy left him. Marcus, do you wonder why they left you? It's because they're not scared of you shooting the ball. Also, one of those shots had 11 seconds left on the shot clock. You're in the final 2 minutes.
Kill it.
Kill it. Also, why are you walking the dog? There was one point where he's bleed the clock. He's walking the ball up the court, and I'm like, time is on your side.
Yeah.
Kill it. That's what someone does when they're behind. It's little things like that. It's like you can't do it in the biggest stage against a team with over 130 games combined NBA Finals appearances. We have 0 in the Finals appearances in this team. Golden State combined has over 130 games.
That's wild to think about.
Yeah. In the not playoffs, Finals.
That doesn't even seem possible.
It doesn't, but that's what happens when you everyone.
What's 7 times 8? 56. Oh, you know what? I guess that I know they didn't.
It's everyone on the roster combined.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm just sitting there and I was doing it with one person if it was 7-game series every time, which it wasn't. No, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's insane. But to rebuttal with that, I'm not against Marcus Smart taking some of those shots because it's wide open. Okay, you know what? If you're wide open, take the shots. But once you miss 2 or 3 in a row, maybe pass it. Pass it to someone. Let someone else.
Would it kill you to take a 15-footer? Why does it got to be a 3?
Especially at that point where you just have to not even extend your lead, but just maintain going bucket for bucket with them.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do at that point.
2 points on those possessions wins you those games. Just 2, not 3. Because if you keep hitting 2s, you're up by 13. If you keep hitting 2s on every possession and they keep hitting 3s, they have to hit, if you make 10 buckets, 10 2s, they have to get 10 3s in order to really make that up. That's all you have to do is get a 2. You don't have to shoot a 3. I don't want that stuff will lose you this finals.
And that's the only reason why I think they could lose this finals. I think the reason they can win the finals is because they're pure size and defensive switching ability.
Yes.
You put Marcus Smart and Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry has a 29% shooting field goal percentage against Marcus Smart or something like that, which that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Against Steph Curry. But I mean, even Robert Williams, he's going to be able to keep up with some of those guys. Clearly not Steph and that, but you don't think he's going to go out against Clay on the perimeter there?
No, he is. No, he definitely is. But even if Marcus Smart's on Curry, they're gonna set a screen, and then Curry has to shoot over Jalen or Tatum.
Exactly. So they have such size and athleticism overall in the whole team that he needs the rest of the team. Which I think once again, it's Golden State. They're unbelievable. It's not just Steph. He has Steph, Clay, Jordan Poole, Draymond. I mean, he's not offensively there, but he has great passing ability. And he's just so smart when it comes to it. He knows the right place. They don't make turnovers, which the Celtics do.
Yes, but I also think that's last series was just a credit to Miami being one of the top defensive teams in the league.
And so is Golden State, and I think you're going to have to get over that hurdle.
Are they on the same level? Because everyone on Miami could defend.
I think it's a little different. I think Miami's defense was such a lot more physical than,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Where I think Golden State's always in your mouth in the aspect of they're there, but they're not as physical and like bumping into you and tiring you out and bruising it, getting down in the paint. I think they're more just, hey, we're always going to be here. We might not beat you up, but I'm here.
Which plays in the Celtics' favor by a lot.
It does, and that's why I really do think the Celtics will win this series. Once again, lose by 20 this first game.
I 100% think so too.
Once I saw that stat, I'm like, they're gonna see it.
Well, it's also not just that; it's just everyone's picking them for some reason. Even the TNT guys, Shaq and all them, they picked the Celtics to win the series. There's so many people picking the Celtics that it's literally impossible for those guys to not see it. Because they're all online. They all have Twitter, Instagram.
It's not even nuts. Like, you catch wind of it. When you're in that, it's not even the social media aspect. Once you're living it, you are the people they're talking about. How do you not experience it?
Exactly. Which also plays into Golden State's favor because they're going to be like, oh, okay, so you're doubting us. And then I wouldn't be surprised if Curry puts up 50.
Oh, yeah.
Like, with, like, literally probably, like, 9 threes. Just cuz.
I really think the Celtics get smacked. I think this is an electric series. Bring it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. What do you think of these conference finals MVPs? The Larry Bird and Magic Johnson awards.
I like them.
I hate them.
Really?
The only thing I think that's kind of cool about it is it's Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That's cool. You know, respect to them, but like it's just another award that I don't think is necessary.
Well, I mean, is any award really necessary, for being completely honest? Not
Debate
really.
It. It's not necessary.
Yeah, not necessary, but like.
But you're gonna have these debates.
If it was like a second round MVP, I'd be like, what are we doing?
But how long until it gets to something?
There's
like
no
that?
shot because it's quite, because I mean baseball does it. There's the ALCS MVP,
and I don't like that either. Like, who's the best? Who is the best? That's what I want to know. I don't care about.
Well, because they won their conference.
Whoop-de-doo.
I know, but
like that is impressive, but that's not why you play the game.
No, it's not.
If that's
but
why we play the game, then LeBron is the GOAT, and there's no debate. He's won it 10 times. You know what I mean?
Fair, but like it's just that award holds no weight unless you win the finals.
Yeah, so it's kind of well, to put in perspective, imagine an AFC Championship MVP. Would you really care about who has the most of those? No.
No, because it's one game.
To me, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. I don't think it's necessary. It's cool to pay respect to Magic Johnson and Larry Bird because they were such a big part. You can't tell the history of the NBA without those two guys.
Yep.
They revolutionized it in the way of... They made it more fun to watch. It was cool to see two dynasties living at the same time, which that just doesn't happen in sports in general or at all, really.
Right.
So I applaud them for that respect aspect, but how many more awards? Because there's so many great talents in the NBA, and there's only going to be more, where they want to keep naming awards after people, but it's like, okay, what point is it just participation awards?
I genuinely think that's it. Like, because you there's no shot you can go beyond that.
Okay, well, you don't think they're going to name something after LeBron?
No.
I think they will. I'm pretty sure Adam Silver has said, we'll find something for you. Well, that means you got to come up with something new. The LeBron James Award, like, whoop-de-doo. Like, Bill Russell gets the Finals MVP, which I think is totally... I'm not saying that's bad, especially because that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Which it's... Yeah, he won 11. I'm surprised they didn't name the freaking, like, Larry O'Brien after him.
Yeah.
But I just want to get your take on that because I hate it. I can't stand it. I think there's just too many damn awards.
Yeah, when I said I liked it, it's kind of... I should have said I don't mind it. That's what like. I'm not like, oh, crazy, but like.
If anyone ever brings this into a debate, though, of like who's the better player,
well,
they have the more Larry Bird trophies. I'd be like, shut up.
Literally, yeah.
I've been like, unless you're comparing C-class athletes and they have one Larry Bird trophy, congrats. But don't when it comes to the big boys of like Jordan, LeBron.
Yeah, it's the upper echelon. It's the trophy. Like, That's what we base on everything.
I feel like
That and the MVP trophy. That too.
MVP. I get the defensive player a little, but I know what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
it keeps. Yeah, I mean, Gobert's got a few of them, and it's just like, all right,
This is why. Notice my hand. See this?
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
this?
yeah. Wishy-washy. I know.
Thank you. I wanted you to break that down for the crowd.
Gotcha.
Your future
But,
you.
but like future me, yeah. But dude, this, I'm excited for the series because I was saying between the Mavericks and Golden State, I wanted Golden State strictly because of the matchup. For whatever reason, the Mavericks and Luka just owned us. I don't know why. It just always was a bad matchup for us this season.
Yeah.
I think we played them a few times, but it was just like I think Luka won on a buzzer beater once, and I was just like, I feel like they always beat us. But with the Warriors, I've seen us win on the road, which is what you're gonna have to do.
Yes.
Like, I don't just mean this postseason. I mean at whatever stadium they're called now. I know what. I know
Oh, yeah,
was
it's not Oracle
Yeah, it's
anymore.
not
They
Oracle, but
changed it.
regardless, they can beat Golden State on the road.
They're not. It's weird for such a young team. Out of all the teams they're not intimidated by, it's Golden State, the most recent dynasty happening. They're just like, oh, we gotta go play Golden State. Like, do you not really see the banners? They have way more banners recently compared to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
that should be an intimidation factor. And I feel like they just walked in there and they're like, we do not care. And out of all of the teams in the league, that's the team you're gonna be like. And I'm happy. I'm glad because that means you're gonna compete with them.
I know it's weird.
Because it's like it's like they don't realize that this is the team that should be intimidating.
I know. Last time I had this feeling was Milwaukee. Genuinely, but I didn't realize that they would allow football to happen. So the series went 7.
I love Giannis, but
Yeah, don't even get me going. I hate him now. With a burning passion, I hate that man.
that's all good.
He just, yeah. You bothered the shit out of me when I messaged you guys and I was like, does Giannis know how to play basketball or is it just football? And you go, does it work? And I'm like, eat my ass. Does it work?
It does,
I wanted
though.
to fight you through the phone so
Back-to-back
bad.
MVP speak for themselves.
I wanted to hit you so bad. I'm like, he's just running through people. Like, I mean, of course, this went 7. Yeah, it's not basketball.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If
Either
I
way.
could play basketball, that's how I would play.
But like, the only thing is, Golden State's no shot. They're gonna shoot as bad as Miami did.
No.
Like, not even close.
Golden State's bad shooting nights are going to
So
be
you're-
Miami's good ones.
Well, because like it's weird because the Miami series, the Celtics has had like defensive lapses. Like I was like
Not even they just had lapses overall.
they were just letting people open. I was like, you know like there's 2 guys on that court that you for sure cannot give any space to. Anyone else would live with it, but they were leaving they left Butler open. I know Butler's not a career 3-point great person. He's not. I think he shot like 20-something%. It was his lowest since his rookie year during the regular season.
yeah.
But like, Miami was also the best 3-point shooting team percentage-wise this regular season, and so you were given gifts like many games that they missed like 20-something threes.
The amount of the defensive lapses like you're talking about, if you do that against Golden State, you lose. You don't get a chance to come back, you lose.
Yep.
You lose those games. That is not some... Golden State isn't just like, oh, we're dogs, we can get out there. It's like, no, we have the mentality, we have the skill, we know what it takes. Miami has a lot of dogs where it's like, that's nice, good for you. You're never going to be a championship team. Sorry, you just will not be. Say Miami wins Game 7.
They get swept.
Yeah, I was literally...
They get swept.
Yep, you just pulled them out. Those are the words.
Swept, like without even like breaking a sweat. Just swept. There's no shot. They had no shot in hell.
That's what annoys me and excites me a little with the Celtics' future beyond this, because I think this series is huge for the Celtics in the aspect of dynasty talks, and I don't like having dynasty talks when it's the first championship.
Yep.
But if they lose, they will not have a dynasty. Can you think of any dynasty that starts with a loss in a championship? I'm not saying getting knocked out early rounds, in a championship, starting 0-1. And can you think of any? Because I haven't been. I've seen teams win the first one, lose, and then win again. But I feel like that first one that main core.
How many did Bron win in Miami? 2?
Oh shit, that's so bad. I totally.
Is it 2?
Is it? Yeah, but is it weird? I don't consider that a
If it-
dynasty.
No, because Dynasty's 3.
Thank you. Okay.
It's 3 to become a dynasty.
I guess that's the closest.
The closest.
I mean, I
made-
guess you could say LeBron had his own
LeBron
personal
had his own
dynasty,
personal yeah.
but I don't think
8
one
straight, something
player
like that.
can have a dynasty.
No.
It's weird because I feel like
Miami
it has to
was
do
the
with one.
closest to that.
So I guess we could say that. So like,
But, like, it's not.
it's not a dynasty. It's
No.
like a mini dynasty.
Barely.
Well,
Here's
here's the
that 3-year
comparison.
run of, like...
Well, here's also the comparison, like the Houston Rockets in the '90s when they went back to back. Cool. It's not a dynasty
No,
though.
not at all. No.
So that
It's the third one.
it's the third
The
one.
third one that solidifies you as a dynasty of that era.
And exactly. So that's why I'm thinking like I can't think of any teams, at least in recent history, where they started with a championship loss and then got over that hurdle.
That's...
I feel
I genuinely think Miami's the closest.
at least in recent history, that's what I can think. Against Golden State, they won.
Yeah.
And I'm going across all sports clearly.
So
but
am I. I'm thinking that too.
also a little biased, the Patriots. But they ended up losing.
no.
Well, but they won. With
Yeah.
the main core, I don't mean a franchise's first one because there's
Right.
different dynasties. The Celtics had dynasties in the 60s, then the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's when I'm talking about dynasties, I mean separate dynasties, things like that.
Right. No, yeah, I understand.
So I think if they lose this, I'm not saying they won't win another or go win a championship, but I think it goes from you're talking about at least 3 to you're gonna get 1.
I
It's
think
so weird because it's a lot to put on it, but that's genuinely how I feel about this series for the Celtics.
also, if the Celtics win this series, this would probably go down as one of the best runs, like, maybe ever, a team had.
One of the biggest turnarounds.
Turnarounds and playoff runs. Think of it. They swept KD and Kyrie, who were, like, preseason favorites to win the title.
Yep.
They went to 7. They went to 7 versus the greatest player on the planet, and won the last 2 in ballsy fashion. And then they took down the Jimmy Butler and the number 1 team in the East, and then they take down the dynasty.
The dynasty, I think, is the biggest thing for me. Jimmy Butler and what so much, it's just,
Well,
maybe.
regardless, like
They were the 1 seed. You got to give them
were-
the respect, but I see
yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to go through Joe Schmoes to get here.
Yeah.
They did go through real talent. The only thing with the Bucks is they didn't have Middleton.
I think having Middleton in that series would have helped the Celtics, to be honest, because Giannis just ran to the hoop every time, and
And it's like we'll never know because it never happened.
yeah.
But I see what you're saying. It's like they had to go against top-tier talent in this league. Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers. Kyrie, one of the best scorers.
And I think-
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I do think that Bucks series was the hardest one strictly because of their size. They were tall everywhere,
huge.
humongous.
This team is huge.
That team was huge,
And that's why I think the Celtics will win this series.
yeah. The size difference is big.
Just think about and going towards the future because this team is so young. If they do it now, they win 1. I really think it opens up free agency. I have never seen Boston as a big free agent market when it comes to basketball.
Which is upsetting because it should be. Only because it was a while. And that 08 thing was trades, so it wasn't even free agency.
Exactly. So it's like it has been a long time since a big name free agent came.
Horford, honestly.
Al.
And
And I love Al,
Hayward
but that failed miserably.
within 30
So it's like now
seconds.
you want to look at you need to look at I think the problem with that before was these guys were coming in. It's like, are they the leaders? Should they be taking on leadership roles? And I think Al has done it perfectly. And not even so much Hayward, but like when Kyrie came in, I guess that was a trade too.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard where it's like there's taking these 2 young guys where it's like Jalen and Tatum. They're like, oh, these guys are going to be great. It's kind of hard to convince these older veterans that are superstar talent. And it's like, are they going to be? I know they have potential to, but I only have a limited amount of time in this league, and I can't put all my eggs in one basket. I'm going to go team up with my buddy, who I know is good.
Yeah.
Now, if they win a championship at 24, 25, Robert Williams, too, he's, 23?
23.
Things like that. So now you have a young core all coming together. Yeah, you know what? If I'm a free agent, I'm going to talk to Boston.
It's
I will
big.
have a serious conversation with them and being like, hey, what can you offer me? What's down the road? but I think they have to win this series.
Well, it's not just that, but like now the Celtics have all the leverage too at that point because like first of all, almost everyone's locked up for multiple years. Like, and I mean almost everyone. I think Al might be the only one that's like.
And I think if Al decides
I think
to come back,
swear to God, if we win and Al gets a ring, I don't think he even like thinks about coming back. I think he just goes off on his high horse.
Oh yeah, no. If they
60
win a
years
ring,
in, 35, 36 years old.
if they win a ring, he's
finally,
done.
He's done.
He's done. I think he might be done either way.
True.
But if they don't win, they can come back. So maybe next year trying to do. But it's like, how long do you want to do this for? I would only want to bring Al back for like $10 million a year, something like that.
Yeah, easily.
But exactly, Tatum's locked up, Brown's locked up, Robert's locked up. Tatum's clearly going to get that supermax once he can.
Yep.
Brown, I don't think will, but you're going to have to pay him a decent chunk of change.
Yep.
So who can you sign on like a 3-year deal and give them big money?
You can find somebody. If you win the ship, you can find anybody.
It's enticing because there's teams that you go out, they win a championship. Yeah, but those guys are in their early 30s, late 30s. Well, now it's like you are winning championships with 2 20-something-year-old guys.
Yeah.
They're just
on the young side of
they're
22.
just entering their primes, and they did that against Golden State.
And also Tatum's entering this upper level of the NBA as well, where everyone is now finally realizing what I've been saying for so long, that this kid is special and a superstar.
My only thing, you're seeing it, but the only problem with him is he can be inconsistent. When Tatum's on, he is a top 5 guy in the world. Top 5. But when he's off, he fucking sucks. Oh my God.
Yeah, that
and it
10-point
becomes a whiny little bitch.
Well, the thing is, that 10-point dud, I think was it Miami?
I think so.
At home? Something like 10 points. The only thing with Tatum is he'll throw up a dud and then come back and answer it with like quadruple the amount of points he put up the previous game.
And I get that, and that's fine, but when you're talking about you need to play the best 7 games of your life. 6, 7 games, whatever you have to play. You cannot have bad games against this team. You just cannot.
At all.
You can't lose games that you should win.
Yep.
If you lose the game more than the other team wins it, then you just can't. And sports fans realize what I'm saying with that. If you were handing them the dub, then it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, so I want to kind of go through something with you real quick. Everyone says in the NBA, if you have the guy, you are more likely to win the game. Your top 5 in this series, both teams, if you were creating a team, you can choose guys from either team. Who's your starting 5? I mean top 5 as in 1 to 5, top guy, your second guy, third, fourth. How many?
So the
how
top
many,
5 players?
Yes. What's your number 1? Because I think this one's gonna be interesting.
Well, it's tough because clearly it's Tatum or Steph Curry.
Yep.
But the thing is, so if I'm looking towards the future,
No, just
for
right
one series this year,
yes, right now. I know who my number 1 is. It's not close to me.
I gotta go Curry. He's got the experience.
I'm going Tatum.
The
Strictly because of the defensive liability that Steph Curry is.
the bigger problem, I feel like, and once again, we're picking 1A, 1B. I feel like in this situation.
No, that's fair.
I don't
but,
think that if you're talking about one game or something like this, it's the experience.
well, if it's one game, yeah. I'm talking about a series where, you need just if your number 1 guy can play both ends of the court elitely, you gotta go with that guy, and that's
I feel like
Tatum.
I think Tatum's a better defensive player, but he's just too inconsistent on offense. Because when he's on, like I said, he is on. He's top 5. He can put up 50, and I'm not shocked. But I feel like Steph, he's just been there, and now looking towards the future, clearly it would be Tatum.
No, yeah.
My starting 5.
That's why I said this series, because future-wise, it's Tatum. It's not
But
close.
top 5, so it'd be Steph, Tatum. I'm really trying to think. I want to go Brown
Yep, that's what I
and
would
then
do too.
Clay.
Yep.
Because I feel like Clay's defense since the injuries is not as good.
Mm.
Maybe a few years back I'm going Clay. Well, a few years back I would definitely go Clay because Brown wouldn't be nearly as good.
Yeah.
Number 5, I want to go. Who I want to think is Draymond. I think Draymond, not because offensively. I think he's just so smart, IQ wise. he is such an asset to a
I
team.
almost think Draymond and Smart are a wash.
I give Draymond the upper hand because he's won championships, and I get it's because you swap them. You put Marcus Smart in that situation, that Golden State Dynasty. Yeah, he has more rings than Draymond does with that Celtics team because he would now have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
And the Golden State front office, which we have all spoken about very highly.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
They've done an amazing job.
Yep.
So I want to give Draymond the upper hand at this one aspect. Also, Draymond's been a better passer longer than Smart has. He also has been more aware of what his role is on the offense than Smart has. And you can vouch me on that where he shoots too much. But I do agree on the aspect of physical ability. It is a little bit of a wash. It's, once again, maybe a 5A, 5B situation.
See, my list is basically the same as yours, except for I have Tatum at the 1 definitively. Then Steph, Jalen, strictly because I have Jalen over Thompson strictly because I just think Jalen's a little more consistent and defensively too. I know Clay's no slouch. I'm not saying that.
Klay has higher highs, but he has lower lows.
Yes.
Where Brown's a consistent B, where Thompson can go up to an A+, but he can also down to a D.
Yep. But my 5 would be Robert Williams.
The only thing with him is injuries.
That's what I'm saying, though. But if Robert Williams is a go...
Oh, in this series, he will be huge in this series if he's 100% healthy. He will be needed, because who? Not even defending him. Who's going to go up against him in the paint?
Looney.
I mean, I'm going to give Iguodala his,
Ugh, please.
Old man strength. I'm going to give it to him when he has it.
Yeah, it's different when you're old, and that's... I mean, look at Lowry. Lowry's small and fat.
Yeah.
But Iggy's not as big, and...
I'm saying he's going to get his.
I know
sometimes.
he's up there. He's up there in age with Al, but Al's also, what, 6'10"?
Freaking, how big is Iguodala?
Iguodala's like 6'8", probably.
Oh, okay, he's smaller than I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
I
he
don't
was like
think-
Al size. I was
No.
imagining Al.
No.
Okay.
There's no shot. No, Iggy's like probably 6'8", probably like Tatum size.
Well, okay, then I retract.
Yeah,
I retract that statement. I was imagining an Al size
No.
because Al, it's his old man strength. It is coming out this year. We've talked about it. It's unbelievable. He's just bodying guys that are younger than him, absolutely bodying them and down in the paint.
Yeah, so yeah. Gee, Iguodala's 38?
Holy crap! Ooh, that's beyond like professional athlete old man strength. That's
Oh. Iggy's 6'6".
wow. Yeah, I take that back, 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely
He's
when
only
you're...
6'6".
Yeah.
You know what? It's his teammates that make him look taller.
Yeah. Well, because Steph's 6'2".
6'2"?
Yeah. And Clay's right there. Clay's like 6'3", 6'4".
That's why I imagine him being. Wow, this team is so much bigger. The Celtics.
The Celtics are way bigger.
Way bigger
They
and
can
athletic.
cause so much problems.
Yeah.
And Marcus is the smallest on the starting 5, but he plays huge.
He's like 6'4".
That's what I mean.
I've seen him in person. When he first walked up, I was shocked to see
No,
him.
all those guys. No, you gotta remember the NBA players. All those guys are over 6 feet. They're
No, I get that,
humongous.
but he's like I'm not even talking just height. I'm talking like, holy crap, you are a massive human being.
Oh, he's a
like
he's
a
moose.
unit.
He's a
Like-
he's a moose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I literally sat there. I was like,
Hey,
Nobody-
and Robert Williams dwarf Smart. So just imagine that size.
holy
The Celtics team is huge. This is what I mean. Where like either the Celtics are gonna get smacked in the mouth game 1, which I think is gonna happen.
yeah.
Or the Celtics surprise us all and completely swallow anything Golden State does. And I mean, there's no shot Silver lets it happen, and Celtics surprise us all and sweep them.
No. There's so much. No
One of the-
way. I don't think anybody gets swept in this series.
Which is why I said there's no shot Silver does it.
yeah.
Also, I don't think Scott Foster sees any elimination game because the Celtics are apparently 12-0,
I saw that stat.
which is
Electric.
hilarious to me. I'm like,
Electric.
sweet. Well, actually, not true though. That stat was not true.
Oh, did you look it up?
Though there was a reply to a tweet. It was like, well, Scott Foster ref game 1 of the Milwaukee series. So if we're gonna tweet something, let's be accurate because Celtics lost that game. So
If
Twitter.
you just have decent Photoshop skills, people will believe you.
Bro, it's bad. But the Celtics are humongous. Tatum and Brown are 6'8", and I'm actually I
Brown's
might
not 6'8".
hang on.
Brown's 6'6".
Let me do a comparison. Celtics starting five. Height. I love how it just doesn't give me names. This places. That's good. Brown 6'6".
Yeah, Tatum's like 6'8", 6'9".
Horford 6'9". So an inch shorter than what I thought, but Smart 6'4". Tatum 6'8". Robert Williams was 6'9". Okay, now let me go to Golden State. I have to see this comparison because like this could be
The tallest guy's gonna be freaking Looney, I think.
Looney's like 6'8", I think. Honest to God.
Yeah, Celtics in 6.
Like
Celtics in 6 without a doubt. No doubt in my mind. 0.
No, Curry's 6'3". I thought he was 6'2". Interesting. Yeah, Iggy's 6'6". Kuminga's 6'7". Looney's 6'9".
Yeah, but Looney doesn't scare me.
Me either.
I'm sorry, he's gonna get past Al, Grant,
The-
or Robert.
The X factor of this series, I promise you, is going to be Andrew Wiggins.
He's been playing well.
Andrew Wiggins is 6'7".
But he's an athletic freak.
Right. That could cause some issues. I think you can frustrate him. Like,
I'd put Brown on him.
I would too. Oh, 100%.
And then I'd put Tatum on Clay, and then I'd put Marcus on Steph.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
I think
Because
that's
like that switch alone, like there is no good matchup for the Warriors.
I think they just are going to rely
'Cause
on
either-
experience and pure skill.
Because either Curry is across from the Defensive Player of the Year, or he switches onto Jalen or Tatum. They're going to try to do something where they get Horford on him, but I now have so much faith in Ime to make sure that doesn't happen. Now,
So here's the thing with awards, real quick. If the Celtics win those, because they don't include postseason, if the Celtics win the finals, Ime is Coach of the Year. I know it won't officially be, but he turned this team around from being absolute garbo to debatably splitting up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to winning an NBA Finals. Coach of the Year in my mind.
oh, easily.
I know that's not how it
It'll-
works
it'll
because
go
they
to-
don't include it,
It'll
but
go to the guy in Phoenix, most likely.
oh, he already got it. Like
Or-
it's already
it's all right.
because it's regular
See, I
season
don't pay
awards.
attention at all,
That's
yeah.
fine, yeah, but regular season awards. But if you include postseason and what Ime has done with this team, because I give him, if not most, like all credit. You can't give all, but most credit to him turning it around. There's been so much turnover in this team, so it's just like, hey, let's get this new system going. The first 50 games or whatever, they were, 25?
Yeah,
Something
they were
like that.
11th in the East.
The garbage. We were just like, wow. We thought we had something here
I was
special.
so
but-
fed up. I was trading Jalen for Ben Simmons. That's
and
how
now
done,
they're in the NBA Finals.
That's how done I was with this team because it was happening again in my eyes.
Did he get any votes? He had to have.
He had to have. Because at the end of the season, they were the best team in the league.
I would say so.
So he probably got
I
votes.
get why Phoenix. I can't remember the guy's name.
Monty Williams.
Thank you. Why he got it? Because they won 63 games.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
Yeah.
been a while since a team won that many games.
Yeah. That's why it should include postseason. Because if you win that many games in the regular season, then shit yourself in the postseason.
What does it matter?
Exactly.
Means nothing.
It literally means nothing.
Means nothing.
Just like the conference finals MVPs.
Thank you.
We bring it full circle.
Full circle. I hate those awards. I think they're stupid as hell.
That's fair.
I
I
don't have to go over it again, but it's oh hey, here's another trophy. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
I just need this series to start. I genuinely
Immediately.
I'm just so excited. Like I still can't believe we're here. It almost feels like a fever dream.
Yes. Because for years it's just been like, oh, they're a good team. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they'll be in the playoffs. They maybe win a round or two, and then they're gonna go home because they don't have. They
Which
do
is
not
upsetting
have.
because a round or two means the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, no, I know. So it's.
They
But I
were-
was just like, there were past years where they would be in the playoffs, and I'm just like, that's cool. Or like when we had Kyrie and they were going up against the Bucks, I'm like, this was fun. We can go home now.
Yeah, especially
Like,
especially when Kyrie was like, I got Giannis.
It's like, oh, Kyrie.
I'm sorry, what?
It's
You got Giannis?
It's those things.
You're the size of his dick. What do you mean you got Giannis?
Literally. Sports facts.
Quite literally. He's got a Kyrie Irving hanging from his waist. And you want to guard him? Stop.
Literally.
Oh my God. But like,
The Celtics, they were just so young, and they've never had a guy on the team, and they still don't have a guy on the team that's been here and know what to do. But it's just like, yeah, they're not going to do it. They don't have the energy. They were close one year going Game 7 with LeBron, but that was just lightning in a bottle. Now it's, oh, hey, they're
we had
here.
that. We also ran into LeBron at his probably peak.
2018 LeBron was something special.
It was 20. Was it 2018?
Yeah, it was 2018 LeBron.
No,
It was 2018 LeBron.
that was Tatum's rookie year.
Yes. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
That was magical.
Yeah,
I'm a big Jordan guy, but that was probably the best player I've ever seen in my lifetime.
that was a dangerous.
I've at
one.
least seen that postseason LeBron. It was just highlight after highlight after highlight watching him. It was every game he did something amazing.
Yeah.
So I got to give respect to LeBron, but
So the other thing that scares me is, this is strictly around Marcus Smart.
shocker.
People are calling Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Big Three.
Okay, so I've been seeing. I haven't heard them saying big three, but I've heard like when they were talking about Golden State in their records, Marcus Smart was in there. I'm like, okay.
People have been calling that the Big Three. Can we reel it the fuck in, please? Is this a Golden State burner account doing this? Just to get into his head? Because then Marcus is like, oh, yeah. Part of the Big Three. Like,
There's
bitch,
no big
it's
three.
a big duo. That's it. You are second fiddle to the duo.
It's an MJ Scotty first three-peat situation.
Dude,
Marcus, you're there, and you're a great piece. But
I'm convinced that, like, it came out only after the Eastern Conference Finals. I tinfoil hat on. This is a conspiracy that this is Golden State's people getting into Marcus's head so he plays like he's a Big Three.
Durant showed Kyrie how to make a burner account.
Dude,
He goes, Kyrie, you're not going to believe what you can
it
do
is
here.
the front office of Golden State. I swear to God, easily. That's because now Marcus is going to be like, I'm basically Curry. Great. Now Marcus is going to be hucking up 40-footers. He's going to hit two of them, and it's always going to be the one where I'm like, no! And he splashes it. It's going to be that one.
That is so
but
true.
it's going to be after 6 misses.
That's so true, though.
It's going to bother the shit out of me. Big Three, and they put him next to photos of Allen Pierce and Garnett. I'm like,
No.
don't you dare.
Which one is he? He ain't Paul. He ain't Allen because he ain't shooting. He's not Paul because he's not the man.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
He ain't Kevin.
No.
He ain't Kevin.
No, he is Allen. It's Tony Allen. That's who he is. He's Tony Allen.
What's that video? The big guy just shooting. He just keeps bricking him.
Oh, Spice Adams?
Yeah, Spice Adams.
Yeah.
That's Marcus Smart when he's feeling hot. He's just
Oh,
like,
my God, dude.
If he comes out with a headband on, no, it's over. No, we lose. Just turn off the TV.
Oh, my God. It scares the shit out of me because I'm like, I know he sees that. I know he does. 100% he's seen that. And it scares the ever-living bejesus out of me. Because he's going to start playing like he's, like offensively. Defensively, he's going to be...
We never question that.
I'm never going to question his defensive anything. But when he starts getting into his offensive bag, which is the equivalent of a Subway sandwich bag, no, bad news. Bad news.
Bears.
And also, we can't have a game like Game 6 versus Miami where in the fourth quarter, Jaylen and Tatum combined for 2 shots.
I do not understand why they go through waves of that where Tatum goes through. He's just like, oh, I'm going to shoot 14, 15 to 20 shots. And then there's games where he's like, I shot 6 times.
That game, he had 30 points on 12 shots. And you shot once in the fourth quarter.
Why?
I want to say, like, I know the offensive game plan has been drilled into their heads, like, drive in, break the defense down, pass out. I get that. But at some point, you two got to know
Step up.
Sometimes
We're paying you.
Sometimes you taking a contested double team three is better than Marcus Smart shooting an open one,
Jason,
especially in crunch time.
Jason, you're that guy. Please
Because
do it.
Here's the thing. Say that last few minutes of Game 7, if we ended up losing, but those last 5 or 6 shots were taken by Jalen and Jason Tatum, I'll live with it. I'll be very upset that we blew that lead. Do not get me wrong. But if it was Jason and Jalen bricking those shots, I would be mad at them, but at least it was them taking the shot.
It's like you're supposed to be doing this.
Not Marcus Smart all 5 times.
We don't expect Marcus to do that. We expect Jalen and Jason to make these shots.
I'm very excited for this series. This matchup is great for us. Our size is huge.
I think it's going to be electric overall. I think this is going to be one of the better NBA finals. I mean, last year was actually good between the Bucks and Phoenix, but I think it's going to be that level, if not better.
I'm not even going to lie. I completely forgot it was Bucks Phoenix last year.
Yeah. No, it's
The
exciting.
only reason why I remember it was because of that fucking dude, Sons and Foe.
Yeah,
That guy. That's the only reason why I remembered it. Oh, and them counting for Giannis.
Yep. But I think it's exciting because the story behind it is this dynasty over and another one starting, or is this dynasty continuing? I think that's the narrative behind it, and I think that's just going to be exciting to listen to the whole time.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Thanks for joining us here on Sports Untapped. If you like what we're doing, please like, follow, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, future me. You look great today, buddy. Just want to let you know. Kisses.